Finding flow in filmmaking? What is flow in filmmaking? I've heard of flow in sports. Yeah. Creativity? Yeah, flow in creativity. The evolving self, obviously. The power within. I mean, that's where it comes from, right? The inner game of tennis. What is that? And my favorite, in the zone. In the flow, in the zone, whatever it is. You got to get there. The easier you can get into filmmaking flow, the more fun you're going to have and the better films you're going to make. So join me now because you know what time it is? It's showtime! Hello fellow documentary filmmakers. Today we embark on a captivating journey to discover the heart and soul of your filmmaking process. We're diving deep into the world of flow, that magical state where creativity and skill align perfectly with your vision, where every moment is charged with purpose and potential. No matter what your experience level, these insights are designed to unlock your creative energy and elevate your craft. Let's dive into the weeds and explore the intricacies of filmmaking and find the rhythm that resonates with your voice. There are 9 concepts to finding your flow in filmmaking. The first one is the challenge-skill balance. So what is that? This is the fulcrum of your creative flow. As filmmakers, we thrive on challenges that push our boundaries, yet it's vital to match these with our current skill set. It's a dance between stretching your capabilities and leveraging your strength. Think of each project as an opportunity to expand your creative and technical horizons while still maintaining a sense of accomplishment and growth. Personally, my goal with any film I make is to make the best film ever. Ever. I want to make it better than the last one and better than the last one. Each one's got to get better. That's my goal. Concept number 2, action awareness merging. When your actions and awareness merge, your creativity flows effortlessly. In the realm of filmmaking, this is where your intuition and skill unite. Whether you're setting up a shot, directing actors, or editing footage, aim for seamless integration of thought and action. Let your experience guide your decisions and trust the process. This state of harmony is where you'll discover your most genuine and inspired creations. However, filmmaking is often more like thriving on chaos than in search of excellence. When things go wrong, and they will, remember the filmmaker's mantra. How can I fix this? How can I make it work? And later, after the fact, what could I have done to avoid this situation in the first place? My friend Chris at Film Editing Pro taught me an invaluable lesson. Never be lazy. Let me repeat that. Never be lazy in filmmaking. I used to write that down on a piece of tape and put it on my screen. I needed to be reminded all the time. It's never good enough. It's never good enough until you make it perfect. Unreasonable? Not at all. When I started out, I made a short film. In it, some sound was not perfect. I just let it go. Always, always, always put the best audio you can. People will not forgive bad audio. Bad video is acceptable in some circumstances. I was mixing the sound, which is basically the last step in editing a video. And I know adding keyframes and adjusting sound up and down, back and forth, listening to it, going back and forth is very intense. It requires a lot of effort. It's like color correcting. You have to focus on that 100%. And if you don't, you're not going to do a good job. So you get tired and you tell yourself, nobody's going to notice. Nobody's going to notice that I didn't exactly do it perfectly. Well, you know what? Thank you, Richard, for telling me that the sound wasn't good on this particular film. I've never forgotten that lesson. They will notice. And even if nobody says anything, maybe they'll never watch any of your videos again. Thanks again, Chris, for that amazing lesson. Never be lazy. Chris from Film Editing Pro had such a huge impact on my life. Check them out. If you want to bring your work to a higher level, go and see Chris. Concept 3, goals, goals, goals. Setting clear, achievable goals is fundamental in filmmaking. Each project should have a well-defined objective, guiding you from conception to completion. Break down these objectives into smaller, manageable tasks. This strategy provides a clear roadmap for your creative journey, offering both direction and a sense of accomplishment as you hit each milestone. So what kind of goals does a documentary filmmaker have? It's not as easy as narrative film. Your idea is always fluid. It changes all the time. I'm working on a project now that let's just call Big M for now. I contacted Emery, Big M, 10 years ago, and I'd given up on this whole thing. I thought he'd never call me back. 10 years later, on Messenger, he says he's ready. I mean, the project was way off my radar. I'd completely given up and moved on a long time ago. So what do I do with it now? It's January. There are events that should wrap up filming by the end of the summer for this film. That's my goal. What could happen? He could decide not to do this. He could change his mind, say, no, I don't want to be covered. He can hurt himself. We can have all sorts of unexpected delays. He was operated on 9 months ago for diverticulosis. Will there be any complications? He's 63 years old. Stuff happens. So I'm planning 9 months of production with 5 months of editing. I'd like to enter this film in the Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF. I'll share my plans with you for this year. I'd like my team and I to put out one feature documentary this year. I want 10 short half-an-hour documentaries. I want to make one YouTube video a week, apart from all the other documentary work. Then there's training and retraining. Yes, you need to learn to manage all that. Oh, by the way, please consider giving me a thumbs up if you like this video. It really helps my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Concept 4, feedback. This is my big challenge. Feedback is the compass that guides our filmmaker's journey. Build a network of peers and mentors who can offer honest, constructive feedback. This is about more than just identifying weaknesses. It's about acknowledging strength and potential growth. Regular reflective feedback is invaluable for refining your vision and enhancing your storytelling capabilities. This may be one of the most difficult tasks you have. We filmmakers have a notoriously thin skin, very thin. Have you ever heard the expression, please don't kill my sweethearts? Well, what that means is, let's say you've planned a shoot a month in advance. You got all the people ready, the weather's perfect, everything's all set. You go there, you film, everyone does everything perfectly, then you come back after a long day's work, you upload everything, and everything's perfect. Later on in the editing process, that scene just doesn't fit anymore. It seemed to fit at the time when you filmed it, but now it doesn't fit anymore. What you want to do is you want to try and force it into the film because you worked so hard to get this beautiful, fantastic shot. It's your sweetheart. Well, you know what? Kill your sweetheart. Yeah, seriously. And that's the hardest thing to do. I still have a lot of trouble with that. Moving on. Concept 5, focus. In a world brimming with distractions, maintaining focus is a filmmaker's superpower. Dedicate specific times for different filmmaking tasks. Create a space where your creativity can flourish without interruptions. Whether scripting, filming, or editing, this concentrated effort is crucial to achieving flow and realizing your creative vision. Meditate, walk in nature, exercise, do whatever you can, and sleep. Sleep as much as you can. I watched a documentary with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. They were asked one question: what's the most important factor in predicting success? They both immediately answered focus. So think about that for a few seconds. Concept 6, sense of control. Having a sense of control in your filmmaking process can be incredibly empowering. Organize your workflow, plan your shots meticulously, manage your timelines effectively. And again, don't freak out when things go off the rails. Plan, and then find solutions. Seriously, why am I repeating this again? Because any Tom, Dick, and Harry can pick up a camera and film. But very few of us have the patience and persistence to complete the task. Staying grounded while things are going wrong will open up new ideas and directions for you to follow. Concept 7, loss of self-consciousness. An integral part of finding your flow is losing self-consciousness. Set aside fears of judgment and embrace vulnerability in your work. Trust in your unique voice and creative instincts. By shedding self-doubt, you allow your creativity to soar, unbound. Having said that, one of the most difficult jobs as a documentary filmmaker is overcoming self-doubt. That's what's recently been labeled the imposter syndrome. I first encountered this in my favorite all-time book, The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. It's hard to believe that this brilliant man was so self-conscious about his book that he always walked with his head down. Nobody would approach him like that. He ended up having to fuse 3 vertebrae in his neck. He always asked himself, who am I to tell people how to live? If you're having self-doubt, drop me a message and I'll try to help you out. Really, we're all in the same boat. Or talk to a friend or another filmmaker who knows exactly what you're going through. Concept 8, transformation of time. Now this is so cool. In the state of flow, time bends to the will of your creativity. When deeply engaged in filmmaking, hours can slip away like minutes, a testament to your immersion in the craft. Embrace this transformation of time as a sign of deep creative engagement. For instance, while I was writing down ideas for this video, every time I looked up, it seems like time was just flying by. Here's another piece of advice. Don't set a pot of water to boil on a stove and then go editing for a couple of minutes. You'll burn the pot. Concept number 9, autotelic experience. Embracing the autotelic experience means finding joy in the act of filmmaking itself, not just the end product. It's about valuing the creative process as much as, if not more, than the accolades and the outcomes it produces. Here and now, being present. When your motivation comes from within, every part of your filmmaking process becomes rewarding, sustaining you through the ups and downs of your creative journey. For instance, 90% of people watching a YouTube video will never watch until the end. This means that you're in the 20% that did. Why? I don't know, but I still try all the time to pack my video with usable material. I won't make a video about something I know nothing about. My heart just won't be in it. I think it's as dishonest to the viewer. To wrap things up, Finding your filmmaking rhythm is about harmonizing these concepts to create a symphony of creativity. It's a blend of balancing challenges and skill, merging actions with awareness, setting clear goals, seeking meaningful feedback, maintaining focus, exerting control, letting go of self-consciousness, embracing the transformation of time, and relishing the autotelic experience. Each concept is a piece of the puzzle, and when combined, they unlock the flow that's uniquely yours. Remember, your journey in filmmaking is as distinctive as your voice. Cherish every moment, from the smallest edit to the grandest shot. Keep exploring, keep experimenting, and above all, enjoy the art of storytelling. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of finding your flow in filmmaking. Until we meet again, let your stories shine and your creativity flourish.